What is going on, guys? DBG here, and it's happening. It's happening. It is actually happening. It's happening early this year, man. It is happening early, but not that early. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's way too early." It's not that early. I just want to make that clear. It's not too early. It's not like, well, it's not too early. Is like completely subjective, but it's early. It is early, but everything came earlier this year. Apologies about no face cam, lads. I saw this news. I was across the road. I was playing basketball. I saw this notification flash up on my phone. Thank God, my game just finished. And as soon as the game finished, I sprinted. I sprinted home, lads. I have sprinted home. Getting this video out, showering, and then where you got it, because we got to talk about this. Because, lads, out of position. Out of position. And I tweeted out, like, obviously, I want to know who I think is going to drop Center Muggsy Bogues. Center Muggsy Bogues is probably coming. If you guys don't know, out of position 1 is almost always not that good a set. I want to make that very clear. Let's look at 2K21 out of position 1. So, that set had Grant Hill, who's exceptional. I just want to make it clear, Grant Hill was exceptional. So, like, it is what it is. Like, Grant Hill was really good. But, I mean, look at the rest of this set. Point guard, Joakim Noah. He was not very good. Center shooting guard, Kevin Durant was very good. Point guard, Chris Webber was not very good. He was better than point guard Kobe, who really sucked. Point guard, Grant Hill was obviously the best card, or point guard maybe card in the game. We know that. He was the best in the game. Power forward center LaMelo was interesting. Nothing spectacular. He was interesting. Because if you guys don't know, like, again, he wasn't really much of a rebounder. Again, he was a TTO demon. He was a TTO demon. He was not like a great unlimited player. And especially in today's meta, a card like this won't be good. This Magic Johnson wasn't that great either at center. Kevin Durant was God. Kevin Durant was God. I just want to make that clear. Kevin Durant was God. But the only good cards in this set really were Kevin Durant, Grant Hill. Webber was okay, and LaMelo was okay. This was not that great a set. It really wasn't. So like a lot of people are being like, "Oh, this was game changing." No, the only two cards anyone used at any sort of decent level were Grant Hill and Kevin Durant. Like beginner players were using LaMelo, but he wasn't anything special. He was really nothing special. So if we're looking at NBA 2K20, so I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna get LeBron James, who was in out of position 1 as well. Was it his first Galaxy Opal? Yeah, I think it was. It was his first Galaxy Opal. It was a point guard. And this is before you guys Evo. Look, we can look at out of position 1 in NBA 2K. This set was terrible. Like, Draymond Green was fine, but he was like 150k. Under 100k, the only cards in this set were Dennis Rodman, who was not good. Russell Westbrook, he was good in TTO because he was basically a freaking demigod. And Spud Webb, who's a center, who was a troll card. Like, out of position 1 has never been a good set. Although out of position 2, which came out on May the 28th, a month and a bit later, this was a god tier set. Now, this was a god tier set, giving us point guard Boris Diaw, point guard Nick Batum, 7'1" point guard Vlade, basically a 10k Ben Simmons clone, point guard Larry Bird, point guard Josh Smith, Buggy no one used, then Giannis and LeBron. Like, this was literally the 6'9" point guard set. This was a joke of a set. But out of position 1 has never been a great set in the last 2 years. So let's calm it down. Let's calm it down. Out of position, I don't think is going to be this absolute, like, crazy set that completely ruins all of the game. However, what out of position is going to be, out of position is going to mean the start of the wacky SH1T. That's all I'm going to say. This is the start of the wacky stuff. This doesn't mean, like, I know people are selling their Lukas. That is an extremely dumb decision. I just want to be very clear. Selling your Luka Doncic, if you're on current gen, do whatever. If you are on next gen, selling your Luka Doncic, the price of Cade's going to tank. People are going to say Wade is useless. I can guarantee you, outside of like a couple of headlines, there's probably not going to be that many god tier cards in the set because 2K have done a good job at balance. But this is where the wacky stuff starts. This is where we start to get a lot of like weird, it being very difficult to run under 6'4" players in the game. where we start to get the really, like, the game's unrealistic anyway. Like, we have a Kareem that can shoot, we have a Shaq that can kind of shoot, we have a Wilt that can kind of shoot. We've had a Mutombo shooting 7 days into the game. So, like, it's not as if the game has been this, like, ultra realism factor the whole year, because it just hasn't. Like, it really, really hasn't. However, again, this is where the wacky stuff starts. This is the beginning of the end. I don't personally think that this set, like, people are calling it endgame right now. It's not. It's not. It's not. Someone please tell 2K these cards are always terrible. I mean, they are almost always terrible. We're not getting point guard Giannis tomorrow. I just don't, like, we're just not getting him. I know we got him on the 6th of March in NBA 2K20. We're not getting point guard Giannis. Dark matter shooting guard Kevin Durant. That is a probability. A shooting guard Kevin Durant is a high probability tomorrow. A dark matter point guard Jokic with slasher dribble style, I can see that happening. Power forward center Muggsy Bogues. No, he'll be like an amethyst, but he'll get like 40 half badges. They'll do something stupid like that. Like, this is just gonna be a wacky set. Announcing your retirement for my team. If you're announcing your retirement because of the fact that you know that, like, you can kind of see the way things are going and you don't want to deal with the wacky stuff, then fair enough. But if you think tomorrow's set's going to completely change the game, if you think tomorrow's set is going to, like, we're entering endgame, we're really not. Like, we haven't. If anyone wants to look at last year's cards, I know these cards came out on April the 9th, but, like, people are acting like Grant Hill and Kobe, and what's it, 46 hoffs on Kobe? 41 hoffs on Kobe? People are acting like last year we weren't getting Zion Williamson's with 40 half badges off rip on the 5th of March. Like, we haven't got a card yet in this game with more than, is it 25 hoffs the most? What's the most hoffs we have? We have 20 hoffs on him. I'm trying to think, what's the... 24 hoffs is the most we have on a player. Or 25 hoffs. We're not getting more than 30 hoffs on a player tomorrow. And last year we were getting 41 hoffs. Last year we were getting 30 hoffs on Galaxy Opals. Last year we were getting 25, 30, close to 30 hoffs on Pink Diamonds. We are not near, as much as people are like, oh, this is going to be endgame, it's really not. They're doing a really much better job of pacing. But now we know we're kind of entering into the stage. We're entering into the stage of my team becoming wacky. But it's all good because, again, fan favorites are coming out next week. And then we're into season 6. And then, like, we all know that by April, my team kind of goes crazy because, like, look, again, people are like, oh, this isn't, we've never seen this stuff before. Like, dude, this card came out. Like, we're acting like this card, this point guard Ben Simmons with half range and 93 ball and the tween didn't come out and made it on, sorry, it was March. This card came out on March the 13th, 2020. I know it's May the 27th, but I think that was just the date that 2KDB was created. This card came out on March the 13th. We're acting like this card did not come out a week earlier on March the 6th. By the 13th of March in NBA 2K20, we had point guard Giannis, point guard LeBron James, and point guard Ben Simmons. And not like the point guard Ben Simmons that can't shoot. We had like a point guard LeBron with these god tier stats and 28 half badges. We had a point guard Giannis with 30 half badges. And we had a 40 half badge point guard Ben Simmons who was a sniper. And half quick draw. Sorry, only go quick draw. Like we had, which is really quick. We had all that in 2K20. So anyone being like, oh, it's going way too fast this year. No, trust me, it is staying slow. However, if you are some of those people that, like, there are people that prefer realism in my team, just know that it's kind of the start of the end. It really is. This is kind of the beginning. This is the trajectory my team is going on right now. I still think 2K are going to do an incredible job balance-wise because they have done an incredible job balance-wise. But, yeah, this is the time of the year when, like, I know Henry, people running point guard tackle fall. That card is never going to be a thing. Point guard tackle will never be a thing. Maybe in August, but who the hell cares about the game in August? But, yeah, it is what it is. For people worried that this out of position set's going to ruin the game, it's not. But if you are someone who doesn't like all the, like, ridiculous tall players at 99 everything, just know that we're about a month away from that. It's highly unlikely we get it tomorrow. We're going to get 1 to 2 really good, like, Dark Matter and top tier cards tomorrow. But it's still going to be about a month or two before the game gets really into endgame. We're not even close to endgame. We have 25 half badge players. Players get 60, 70 half badges in endgame. We're not even close to endgame, lads. Just be ready, be aware of that. We're not even close. But we're on that trajectory. We're on that path right now. So anyway, that's the video. Don't worry too much about tomorrow, but if you're this type of person that likes realism and likes like quote unquote simple, be worried about the next couple of months. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.